Convicted murderer Oscar Pistorius will be released on parole under strict conditions tomorrow. The Blade Runner became eligible for parole in March last year after serving half of his 13-year sentence. His release was officially approved in November. Tondani Takalani reports.
South Africa woke up to the news that decorated Paralympian Oscar Pistorius fatally shot his girlfriend Riva Steenkamp at his Pretoria East home on Valentine's Day in 2013. He was arrested hours after the model's death.
At this stage we can confirm that a young woman, a 30-year-old woman, did die on the scene of gunshot wounds. A 26-year-old male has been arrested and has been charged with murder.
Pistorius appeared in the Pretoria Magistrates Court the same afternoon. He then tried to secure bail. These well-mourners gathered for the private memorial and cremation of Steenkamp in Port Elizabeth, where she grew up.
We're going to keep all the positive things that we remember and know about my sister, and we will try and continue with the things that she tried to make better.
Do you understand the charges, Mr. Pistorius?
I do, my lady.
How do you plead?
Not guilty, my lady.
The protracted trial in the Pretoria High Court began with Pistorius absolving himself of guilt, insisting that he killed Steenkamp thinking she was an intruder.
Mr. Pistorius, did you at any time intend to kill Riva?
I did not intend to kill Riva, my lady, or anybody else for that matter.
But the prosecution was having none of it.
You killed a person, that's what you did, isn't it?
I made a mistake, my lady.
You killed Riva Steenkamp, that's what you did.
I made a mistake, my lady.
You're repeating it 3 times. What was your mistake?
My mistake is that I took Riva's life, my lady.
You killed her, you shot and killed her. Won't you take responsibility for that?
The state painted a picture of a chaotic and violent night and argued that Pistorius had a love for guns.
You said you thought he was competent. How would you think that?
We had been to the shooting range before, and I knew he had a big love for weapons, and having been around them for a long time, my assumption was that he had competency with it.
In the end, Pistorius was found guilty of a lesser crime of culpable homicide and was sentenced to only 5 years imprisonment. The state appealed, with the Supreme Court of Appeal instead finding him guilty of premeditated murder. He was sentenced to 13 years and 5 months behind bars. Pistorius was granted parole in November after previous attempts failed.
Just like all other parolees, Mr. Pistorius will be monitored by our officials based within the system of community corrections, and until that will happen until such time that his sentence expires, because we always make it a point that parole placement does not mean the end of a sentence.
Pistorius' sentence officially ends in 2029. For Newzroom Afrika, Channel 405, I am Tondani Takalani.